Okay, so I have centered as best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've centered my hump of clay. Now I'm going to throw little bowls off of this hump until there's no more clay, and I've got a whole load of little bowls. So this is how it starts. Like I say, this doesn't have to be perfectly centered because you're going to center each bowl. So I'm now going to center my top bowl. So I'm just putting my hands around, I'm cupping, and I'm creating a little groove for the base of my bowl. Now I'm going to open up my little bowl like you usually would. Now, because it's a small bowl, I brace the one side and I center in inside and I pull towards myself and into the hand. I have done it where you pull away, but it actually seems to pull the bowl. So this is what I prefer doing, and it seems to work better for me. I'm still going to pull up some more because I've got a lot of clay here. So I'm going to go in here with a groove I made, and now I'm actually going to throw the bowl and shape it at the same time. And then I would shape it a bit more using a rib. And then I would just cut it straight. There you go. Just smooth off the rim of the piece. And that's my first bowl of throwing off the hump. So I always start in the studio with little bowls like this, just to get the feel of the clay again. And then I like to do a little spiral inside. I get my little round tool and I go in and away. So I've made a little coil so people know I threw it. I want them to know I threw it. To take this bowl off, you get your wooden tool, and where you had this groove, don't go straight in, angle it down. Because if you go straight in, the bowl is this shape. So you might go through the center if you go straight. But if you go down, you're going with the shape of the bowl. So we're going in towards the center, but down. As you can see, I'm aiming down. Inwards and down. I'm keeping that round shape. And then I get my little wire tool. And take off my first little bowl. Carry on this until this hump of clay is gone. And now that is throwing off the hump. But I make it narrow again because this is quite a wide piece. So now I'm going to center that top piece. And I always center down and up. So there you go. Now I'm centering my next piece of clay to make my next little bowl. And now I'm going to continue with that until this clay is gone. This is about 3 pounds of clay. I usually get about 10 bowls from this.